saying it. Let people know I was there.
All right.
I'm just gonna bring Kate with me everywhere in case you run into. If you ever go to me.
Hey, Dan!
Whoa!
He's back.
Dan!
I love you, baby!
I was gonna end call on Discord real quick, but I got too much crap on my screen and I can't find it, so you're lucky. I need to add Domo to the Domo, not Domo. Domo Origato. I need to add Domo to the party sheet.
Yay!
Okay, so Dan, real quick. Oh, I guess I got to do this off the PC.
It hit my mouth. Like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
Domo.
I forget where it was.
Domo.
Sit down.
You just smacked yourself.
Okay. Before we get started, yeah, that's about that. That's all I had to say. No, that's the last noise Dan made last episode. The very last noise he made was. Okay. A couple things about this new system we're using. I don't know if I've said it yet, but I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So we're gonna have some fun with that. There is a party sheet. Dan, are you aware of the party sheet?
No.
Okay, good start. Upper right of the screen, you see all the tiny little icons?
Yep, give me 2 seconds.
1, 2.
Not long enough. You have to count slower.
No, I don't want to. I don't have to.
1.2, 1.3.
We're not using we're not using Common Core Edition here.
Right. With what?
What do I need? I need soda. No, I need more coffee. Okay, 2 shakes of Lansdale, because I heard that was a thing.
You might need 2 flaps of an entire herd over there. One after the next, counting sheep butts.
So there's 3 adults, 2 almost adults, and 1
then you
little person.
and a Dan.
And we're not talking about me, are we?
Yes, we are actually.
Okay, up at the top where all the little icons are.
You're gonna look for. Hold on. I gotta find it myself now.
Party sheet.
Yeah, that one. The party sheet. Okay. From this point on, when you guys get loot, it's gonna go straight into your party sheet, or in theory, it's supposed to go straight into your party sheet. We'll figure out that nonsense when the time comes. So at the end of the game, what you're gonna do is open up the party sheet. Then you're going to click on the inventory tab.
Okay.
And you will see under the parcel items area and under the gold area, you will see all of the gold and all of the items that you guys have looted during that part of the adventure. And then you guys can either go in and manually decide who gets what. And all you have to do is drag it from this area onto the character sheet of the person who wants the item.
Okay, I have the only person that needs inventory right now.
Right now, I can see everything you all have.
Oh, man.
Paige needs to go onto her character sheet and get rid of her ball bearings because those are scattered across the floor back in the other room right now.
Yep. When the little dude.
All 1,000 of them?
Yeah, that bag had a little bit of a blowout issue.
I put all of those in my pocket and then dropped them in the hallway, so they're not in the bag. Either way, they're gone.
They're gone. Bye-bye.
Doesn't matter. Either way, they're gone.
Either way, they're bye-bye.
You can pick them up later on your way out of the dungeon, but since there's 1,000 of them, you might want to wait till later to do that.
Also, good luck.
I threw one through.
Also, I can see that combined, all of you have a total of 37 gold, 68 silver. So you're rich. You can retire now.
Woohoo! No, I want more.
I want pizza.
Pizza
I want
costs
answers.
at least 35 gold, man. Like, we need more.
All right, I need to figure out something.
Yes, you do. Figure it out.
Figure it out, man. I guess we can get there when we get there. I'm gonna be figuring a lot of crap out tonight, or trying to. I don't know how successful I'm gonna be, but we're gonna try.
Keep in mind, boss, I've only used this system once, and that was a player with. Well, I have more options now than I did then. So.
Well, keep in mind, hireling. I've never used it at all. So I've watched videos and I've messed around with it, and I knew, like, I had it all figured out for a minute, and then I went and recorded like 8 episodes of something and completely forgot it all. And of course, the cat wants out of the bedroom. So give me just a second. Let's get all these shenanigans taken care of before we get started.
I don't think the shenanigans will ever be live.
I'm trying.
Come on.
Can everybody read their name down there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it doesn't matter.
All right. Dono.
Yes?
I've heard you've come over from another game master who is a bit of a stickler for the rules, yeah?
Yes.
Well, kick that shit out the window.
Good.
I don't know half the rules, and the ones that I do know, I prefer not to use them anyway because they're dumb.
Well, you after seeing
Daniel, swallow the water method.
Yeah. So this, we're more about having a good time and getting some laughs than we are sticking with it.
Back to the vengeance.
you might be like a living hell.
All right, so I cannot see. Oh, hold on. I got an idea. No, I don't have an idea. Never mind. It's gone. I cannot see what you guys have currently available on your Fantasy Grounds, so I'm going to make a note. Next time, I'm going to install Fantasy Grounds on my other computer, and I will join up as a player. That way, I can see what you can see, and we'll have that problem solved. For now, Dan, I need you to open your combat tracker. That's the pair of crossed swords up in the upper right.
Got it.
You wiggle that around a little bit, resize it, find some semi-permanent place on your desktop to slap it down and leave it there.
Why?
Because we're going to be using it a lot. On your chat, this thing here. If you right-click on it, there's a little lock, like a padlock on it. Unlock it, resize it, and move it down to the bottom left of your screen.
Oh no.
Then right-click on it and lock it in place. I have a lot of shit open on this screen, and I have to be conscious of the real estate. So you guys probably won't have as much, but if we get this out of the way now, it shouldn't bother you later. I can still read that. I am the dungeon master. I understand nothing.
Understood by Donaname. Translation. Back.
All right, so do you have a copy of a map on your screen?
There is no unlock button on this.
If you right-click on anywhere on the chat screen, you see a little padlock.
It's unlocked. Oh,
Okay.
no, it's unlocked.
Once it's unlocked, you can resize it and move it around. I would suggest making it as small as possible and putting it in the lower left corner.
Okay.
And then if you right-click on it again and re-hit the padlock, it'll lock it in place.
Okay.
And then I've got the combat tracker on the left-hand side just above that, so...
So much fun already.
What's your map name?
The map you are looking for up in the upper left-hand corner should say Fortress Players.
Whoa. Whoa, we're green.
Oh, wow.
Big.
Wow. That's so much better.
It'd be really big.
It do.
I was just gonna send it to you. I didn't know you could look it up. Wow, you screwed yourself now. Now that I know you're capable of doing things, you're gonna do half of it.
Hey, nobody ever said I was capable.
You're right, but I'm going to assume.
Don't assume.
Oh, I need a mini for Dono. Let me find your character sheet.
That's critical.
So I think
There's a way to put this, and I don't remember how, on the screen itself. Okay, that's not anything.
you don't have it on the screen.
No, I have it on the screen, but if I remember right, there's a way to put it
Like as the background?
as the background.
Oh,
And I don't remember.
well, I never knew how to do that, let alone remember. So,
Then go
I
back.
have it locked.
all right, this is this group's first
We can't edit it.
game, so we haven't really gotten into the whole
Oh.
backstories, role-playing characters, crap like that. This is just basically a dungeon crawl. So Dono just appears out of nowhere, and you're all okay with it.
Hi.
Yay!
Just like Billy vanished into the nether, and then now Dono's here.
And I'm here now.
And you all know Dono. Or you don't know Dono. I don't know.
No, no, no.
You don't know.
I don't know Dono.
That's so fun.
My tongue feels like a yo-yo.
I don't think I know.
And Dono.
He was in with the Cobalt people and wanted to join our quest, and we said, sure.
Yeah.
There we go.
Why not?
You've just been stuck down there like
We need a good
So
Yeah, I was contemplating sticking her in the next room as a captive, but knowing my luck, Dan would lead you in the opposite direction, and she'd never get to play. And no, I'm not. I'm not about that. So.
What do you mean Dan would lead you? They led themselves to wherever they felt like leading.
No, they're forced to follow you, otherwise you wander off and they'll never see you again. They have to keep you out of trouble. And they're not doing a very good job of it.
In the meantime, I do get them experience.
Yeah, you get them some kind of experience. It's called trauma, Dan. Trauma.
Yeah, well. So.
Okay.
still experience.
Guys, look.
I need a kobold. I need a kobold. Let me...
Look.
Kobold. Kobold. Blam. Alright. And how do I rename my kobold?
Oh,
the town council, dude.
Okay.
that makes sense. The arrows go in different
I figured it out, JD.
Okay. I didn't.
It is now my background.
I don't know how to rename my kobolds.
Bob.
Well, I know what to name them. I don't know how. All right. So, do you see the little kobold running around the room like an idiot?
Yes.
All right. That's Meepo.
Meepo!
Hi, cat. Because he's hard to see if he doesn't move. I don't know.
You can open up another
Because I can't say, do you see the kobold that's moving if he's not moving?
He's not moving.
Well, then you can't see him.
He turns invisible as soon as he stops.
Should we just call him JP instead of me?
Meepo, love loose leg. Ooh, yeah. Meepo. Anyway, this room's actually full of kobolds, but I'm not about to put 50 kobold minis in here, especially when I can't figure out how to name them.
Hurt me, Bo.
But you guys camped in this chamber for the night. So you can recover your... Go ahead and reset your hit points and your spell slots and all that back up to full.
That's already on here.
Well, don't do it then. I don't care. All right.
Hit points.
Oh, right.
Come on.
Yeah, I've got most of this figured out. It's the minis that the way they do this is like everything's pre-set up, and all I have to do is supposedly drag and drop crap to the map, and stuff appears. But I haven't had any. I learned better by doing than reading. So there's going to be a lot of me going tonight. But you know, you've watched my video, so you know I do that all the time anyway. So you guys wake up in this nasty, dank, smoky, trash-filled kobold home, and Meepo's sitting on the ground in between you, staring at Eris.
Hi.
And the moment he notices your eyes open, he's like, "Go get egg now! Now?
What?
How about now? Or now? I show you. Okay. You're supposed to go get their dragon egg. Remember?
Yes.
Okay. Meepo show you where to go to get dragon egg. Remember?
Yes.
Meepo wants you to go now.
Yeah.
Want breakfast? And he holds up like you don't even know. You don't know what it is. You don't want to know what it is. It looks like it's got a bone in it, and it looks a little rotten. And oh, never mind. Not time for breakfast. Luth is leaving. Meepo's ready. Let's go. So as he's walking alongside Luth, he's basically talking to Luth, but he's staring at the ground, so you can't tell if he's actually talking to Luth or talking to himself.
Well, Luke can't understand him anyway, so.
Luke can't understand a damn thing this gibbering kobold is saying to him. Okay, I'm not doing kobold voices tonight. I just about swallowed my tongue. Okay, so he goes back over to Eris. Luke is boring. So he tells you, Eris, if you're ready, he will show you the way to the icky goblins.
All right.
You might want to tell us what he's saying. We don't know. What is a little shit saying?
Are they awake?
I'm
Are
awake.
they?
I mean, I'm assuming I woke up.
I'm awake because that little thing won't stop its insistent yammering. What is it saying?
It's saying, Meepo, get a stick.
Meepo.
You want to know if we're ready to go?
Holy crap!
Shut up if we go.
Hey, guess what? I figured out how to put the goblins on the kobolds on the map. Here, have some kobolds.
It's crazy.
No! Get it on!
Where did we go?
Yeah.
We'll take out the first three.
Stop it.
All right. I'm gonna.
Let's leave. It smells in here.
Now I gotta figure out how to get rid of the kobolds.
I want to steal something. We go.
The only thing you can steal with these things are scales, and it's all disgusting. Can
I
we
don't-
just
I
get
don't-
out of here?
What about their tongues?
I don't need these kobolds. Why'd I put them there?
I think everything on them is like
All right, give me a second to delete 37 kobolds one at a time.
I did some sketches on them, and I tell you,
Can I just
really
do
nothing
this?
fantastic about them.
Ugh.
Their intelligence is about that as the rocks.
Meepo.
And we're planning on helping them.
Is this actually deleting them?
That's how low.
Okay, it looks like it's... Can I delete more than one at a time, please?
They're all gone from our screen.
Well, that's because I hid them, but they're still available on my screen, and I can't see anything but big pink kobolds. And that's not as pleasant as you think it might be. Dan? No.
What?
What? Okay.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. What?
What's new?
Oh.
Almost. Okay, I lied.
Dragon.
There's so many kobolds!
No, but it does. See that girl?
Oh.
You cannot stand still for like 2 seconds, can you?
Who?
You.
No, I can't. Let's go. All these dragon egg baby killing me.
We're going to get the dragon
So-
for the kobold.
I'm gonna go over here and poop.
When you're ready, Eris, Meepo gets all puffed up and he's like, Meepo, show you where to go! And then he literally leads you right here and points at the door.
Good job, Nico.
Yay.
Oh yes, an idiot is leading us. I feel so confident.
Would
with
you
this
rather
quest.
have Luke?
At
Meepo,
this point, yeah.
Meepo, not idiot.
He can understand me.
No,
No.
Eris is translating.
Are
Okay,
we all like boxing him in, or
Meepo,
Show us the
kind
way.
of moving it?
Meepo moves out of the way. Meepo's not actually going with you. He was just supposed to show you where to go.
Oh.
Meepo's a big coward.
I grab him.
Excuse me. Meepo's a little coward. No, you ain't grabbing Meepo. Leave Meepo alone! Meepo!
Stop it! We need to get on our quest. Luke, let's go.
People just like,
Bye,
He's
Meepo.
literally just going to show us the door.
He sticks his head back through the door and looks at Luth and gives him the haha, you're done look and goes, Meepo. Alright, so, yep, there's typical for the locale. It is one of the wooden doors with the old rusted iron bands holding it together. And let me real slow like figure out.
We could go in there. Here's your trap. We're going to come back and eat Meepo.
You eat
Yeah.
Meepo?
Yeah, Meepo.
no.
Meepo will follow along, just to make
Yes,
sure.
he will.
Just to make sure that you guys like, I don't know, get the right dragon egg, I guess. But he's not gonna participate in combat. Like
Man.
that's not his thing. He'll hide in the room that you just cleared and watch from that room, and scream really loud if something sneaks up behind you. But beyond that,
That's kind of helpful.
yeah.
A little bit.
All right, so yeah, he points at the door. He looks at Eris and he says, "Goblins." And then he just kind of stands there and fidgets and glances over his shoulder at Luth nervously.
What is the little thing saying?
Meepo. Yeah, that's all you. The rest of you hear is just Meepo, 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 Meepo.
So he just said goblin and that's it?
But we hear people.
So do these people only know?
It's like Japanese. He goes Meepo, 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 and all Eris gets is goblins.
He's like a
What?
Pokemon.
Yeah, seriously. Pikachu.
Meepo.
All right, so goblins on the other side of the door in this direction. Ask him.
Meepo, what?
Meepo?
Eris, what did it say?
Oh no, I didn't say anything.
It just looks at Eris and looks at the door and looks at Eris and looks at the door. It's like a dog waiting to go outside.
I guess let's go.
Luth jumps into the void and ceases to exist. Haha.
Oh, come on.
Let's go.
Alright, so when you try to open the door, it is in fact locked.
Meepo.
Meepo?
Paige.
Lock door, that's your thing. Go.
Okay, I'm gonna pick the lock.
Alright, I need you to make a dexterity check. Do you have thieves' tools?
I mean, you're a thief.
If you don't, you're.
If you don't have thief tools as a thief, you probably should.
You guys are doing the typical in and out on the audio too, but it's not too bad yet.
Okay.
Well, you're back behind us as well, so.
Is that what I smell?
Wow.
I dropped
Daniel.
my butt on my thing, but I want to use it.
That's what
My thing, not my butt.
Dan said.
Keenan, can you shut the fan off, please?
Meeple,
You're
meeple.
awesome, little man. Okay, so yes, she does, and she needs to roll a what?
She needs to roll a dexterity check.
Okay, this is how you roll a dexterity check. You see this?
Mm-hmm.
You grab it,
Whoa.
and then you go like that.
20.
Nice.
All right,
No, why did you get it +3?
Paige.
Her dex is 17.
+3?
Yeah.
Oh, she gets the dex bonus on the dex.
Yeah, the bonuses go up every even number. So 12 you get 1, you get 2, 16 you get 3.
This is what she started with.
All right, so Paige fiddles around with the door for a minute or two, and there's a satisfying clicking noise. And Paige can tell the door is unlocked, and there are no traps, by the way. You know, just throwing that out there.
But our character's something like that.
Are you gonna? Well, we kind of assumed because you didn't blow up.
Yeah.
And nobody got shot.
You
Well,
just
and
don't
like
know
I said, logic, reason, stupid little thing appears to know where it says it knows where it's going. Hopefully, it's not stupid and leads us to our demise. However, I guess if we're trusting a little thing that just says Meepo all the time.
Well, it's not technically leading you either. He's following from a safe distance behind you.
Touche. We should probably start checking for things later.
Touche. Don't they have a gas station in the middle of that
All right,
place?
so Paige, do you swing open the door?
Yeah.
All right, let's see if I can do this part right.
I blow up, I blow up.
Blam! At the other end of a 20-foot long corridor is another closed door.
Woohoo!
You know, maybe we should start checking.
We should
for
check
things.
that one for traps.
Okay, Dan just marches into the room. Luth, I need you to make a perception check.
Oh.
I thought you were going to say dexterity saving throw.
No, that comes next.
He gets to see if he knows what's killing him.
Oh, yeah.
We already know that.
You know what perception means?
If not, let me show you.
Well, it's not good, but it's not bad.
All right, you go to step into the room, and no, you just step into the room. All right, what the rest of you see, Luth just walks into the room and starts boldly walking across the room when it looks like the floor opens up and eats him and he disappears.
Oh my god!
Like the floor rotates and pivots so fast, and he falls into the hole and it snaps shut so fast, like it literally looks like the floor ate him.
You're not dead!
Oh.
As far as he knows. Stop it!
So Luth, the lid flips shut above your head, dumping you 10 feet down into a pit, which is going to cause you... Come on, system, how do you work? Okay, if this was a monster, I would drag it onto the initiative tracker, but if I have to drag a trap onto the initiative tracker, I quit.
Well, that was a short game.
Meepo, what the hell?
Meepo.
Yeah, why didn't you meeple us?
Meepo has never been in here before. You didn't know? They keep this door locked for a reason.
Eris, you tell that little thing that if he does this kind of crap, next time I'm throwing him in the room first.
I can still hear you.
Meepo didn't do nothing.
Exactly. Should have said something. What the hell kind of guy stays behind us?
Meepo show you the way to the place where stones will eat your ass.
Meepo showed you the way. That's the door right there. The goblins are over there somewhere. Meepo did his job.
Huh?
I said, well,
I'm like,
the rest
What
of
did it
the
say here? That's all I hear is
All right.
The rest of the way. He did.
I'm gonna show it the way through something else.
Meepo's scared of you now. Meepo gonna leave.
Luke, are you okay?
I don't know.
Depends on how much damage I take.
And if
Yeah.
I can make an acrobatic roll.
No, normally I would assume I know how much damage this does, but I can't assume anything with this system. So give me a second. This is one of those situations where I don't know where this information is. I know where it's supposed to be, but it's not there.
This is one of the situations where I don't know.
So I need to find it.
It seems like it.
How's that close? I'm jumping up there.
Cat, why are you yelling?
Oh, that was Keenan.
Get your butt out of my face.
That's not Keenan.
That's not Keenan.
Dude, go again.
No, fuck off. You cannot have my cigarettes.
Sorry.
Go away,
I didn't mean to.
you little crackhead.
That's what I'm about to say to Meepo.
No, go away. I'm gonna go stick you back in the bedroom.
Okay.
Cat,
Just
I am
like-
not joking with you. Go find something to play with other than my crap. That's a ruler. Listen, you're really distracting me right now. I'm trying to do something. I'm having enough difficulty on my own. He's hiding behind my monitor, and every once in a while, this little paw reaches out and starts grabbing at random crap. Like, this is gonna be mine now. All right, so this is room 24. That did not do anything. What if I drag and drop it into chat?
What the heck is that thing?
I don't know. Now they're and they're multiplying. They're
It looks like the
multiplying.
dice is shitting in the chat. It's dice poop.
It's shedding its
Or its eyeballs.
Oh,
Oh
do
yeah,
I-
if you go to the
Snake eyes.
looks like eyeballs.
Or it looks like it's coming out of Luke.
what's it mean?
Oh, yeah.
Placement.
Luke is dripping something.
Tears of the butt.
Luke is melting.
Oh my god.
Did I win?
Okay, good thing now. I thought that was me. I was like, holy crap, that trap did considerably more damage than I thought it was going to.
Luke's dead.
Luke is dead like 100 times over at that point.
Luke is obliterated.
Time to go meet your
I'm
maker.
sorry, that wasn't a pit trap. That was a blender. Meepo's like, haha, Meepo fooled you. No. All right, so this
People really say that when we're all out there.
no matter where I go to look this up, I'm getting the same exact screen, and it just says pit. Like there's no stats, there's no nothing. Hidden pit. It tells you what you need to roll to avoid it or to see it, and Dan failed at both. But that's where the information stops.
Great.
So, oh hey,
What would this?
I like that button.
Whoa. I don't know what I just did.
Well, stop messing with it.
Stop.
All right,
What?
so maybe it's under encounter.
Oh,
No, I have
that's the-
encounters.
Change what it looks.
24.
From players to GM.
Trapped access.
Oh, that's cool.
Listen, damn it, I
So
know
we
it's
can
a
pick
pit.
boots and stuff.
I know it's a pit.
Ah.
Huh.
How am I'm adding. I am. Ooh.
Well then.
You sounded like Meepo.
Ooh. People like it. Now, while it's on the tracker now what do I do with it?
Wait, do we have a combat tractor somewhere?
Yes, the
Tracker.
crossed swords up in the upper right-hand corner.
Oh, it's just messing. Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Can he hear me? I hope I can hear you. We're role-playing after all.
You what?
All
We're
right.
both-
Hey, I found a button. Wait a minute. Why,
Don't push it.
why does this
Hey.
Red button?
this
Does it
pet
say-
this pit has stats?
Oh.
If it's a big red button,
It's got
never
an
push-
intelligence of 10. I'm scared.
If movies have taught us anything.
Okay,
never push
so it
red
says
button.
character falling into the pit takes 1d6 bludgeoning damage from the fall. So Dan, suck on this.
Wow. hold
All
on.
right, so I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna type in 3 and hit the enter button. And now your health bar is gonna go down a little bit.
What the hell?
Oh, yeah, look at your health bar.
Just be
It's
lucky.
yellow now.
Just be lucky there are no
Spikes.
Now wait a minute.
Why couldn't I
Wait
do
a
it?
cotton picking minute?
Okay.
This pit has hit points. How do you
Can we kill the pit?
How do you destroy a hole?
You fill it up. You cave it in. Yeah.
with loose.
You
Fight
really-
holes with loose.
Dude, it has
All right, the shenanigans have begun, and I still
You're
have
the one
not
that said we
killed.
could kill it with loose.
No, you're the one that tried to kill it with Luth. With
I didn't
Luth
try,
killing
I did.
Luth. Okay, so
Credit.
this one.
Oh.
Paige,
I want you to die.
I need Paige and Eris. You're both standing at the entrance into the doorway.
You can do it.
Okay, Paige and Eris need what?
Since they're both standing at the entrance to the doorway and clearly saw the floor eat you, I need them each to make perception checks with advantage.
Okay.
Actually, Eris, you make it just a regular perception check. Eris, I'll give you advantage because you're the one in the group that's quote-unquote knows traps.
She has a nose trap?
Yes.
Paige knows the traps, you mean?
I don't know.
Well, Paige is,
Are you talking about the rogue or the dragonborn?
The rogue gets advantage. The dragonborn
That's
makes a
Paige.
regular
That's
roll.
Paige.
Yeah, that's why I said Eris needs to
Blake?
make the roll. Paige needs to
Paige?
make the roll with advantage.
okay, so
You said
I roll
Eric-
with advantage.
You don't roll with it.
Paige does because Paige knows the traps.
Yeah, Paige is the rogue.
Yes, you
He
keep
keeps saying,
Yes.
he keeps saying, he's mixing up Eris.
Get it
I
straight.
am 2. Hey, at least I can say Naroma now.
Woohoo!
I can't.
Daniel can't still.
So what is she rolling again?
Perception checks.
Oh.
Perception checks. Okay, Paige, do you want to roll your perception check or you want me to do it?
Just do it. You're the one
just do it.
controlling.
Advantage.
Whoa.
Wow.
Nice.
She got a 12. And then
Eris needs to roll a perception check.
Well, a 13 didn't do it, so I doubt a 12 will.
Yeah, she's gonna be like, it's fine, let's go.
Where'd Luke go?
Let's just
Great.
roll. I mean,
You
Luke
got a
is
negative
gone,
one.
but
Yeah, roll.
natural 8.
oh my god,
Wow.
Okay, well,
we all suck.
quite clearly, the floor is trapped. But
But we don't know that.
neither of you have any clue how the mechanic works.
Oh, great.
There seems to be a big lid that pivots down and things fall in and then it pops back up, but you don't know how to get Luth out. You don't know how to disable the trap so that it doesn't just swallow you again. If you get Luth out.
throw the little kobold?
Only if you promise to eat him.
Okay.
No.
Luke, do you see anything that we can, like a trigger or anything for us
How did
to
we get it with
get you out of there? There might be a release from the inside.
Well, then how would we get to it?
Well, maybe he can get to it.
Yeah, that's where she.
If he opens it up, don't we all have, someone has a rope? We can just get the lid thing to open back up again. How see it?
Oh God. Oh, Meepo, you have no luck, buddy. Your dungeon master is stupid, and your rep is suffering for it. Okay, well, I just read this part.
I'm yelling at me, though.
Kobolds regularly check the trap and manually reset it when necessary. So Meepo's been sitting here staring at you the whole time, and apparently he knows how to fix the trap. So he's going to go do that now.
Oh my
Meepo just kind of sneaks off.
Kobold!
Second later, there's a clicking, grinding, clack, 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 clack noise, and you can see the lid slowly lowering into like a ramp. And it lowers about halfway down into the pit so that there's an area where you can climb in or out of the pit past the lid. And now Luth can climb out.
Can I walk across to the door now?
Eris, you and your little friend need to lead.
Okay. After Luth climbs out, it reverses and the trap resets. Now Meepo comes out and he talks to you again, Eris. Anytime Meepo talks, I'm assuming he's talking to Eris. So let's just assume that.
Okay.
You mean Paige?
No, Eris.
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 Now, he apologizes that he forgot for a moment that he could do that. He doesn't normally man the pit traps, but he has heard of it being done, and he knew how to do it. He just kind of forgot. He's nervous. He's not thinking straight. He misses his little baby dragon, and yeah, he understands growl in any language, but he warns you that he can reset the trap, but he cannot. Like, you guys are gonna have to figure out a way to get past it on your own because it's reset now. So if you go walk on it, it's just gonna open up again.
Probably yeah.
He's like, actually, hold on, Meepo, not being very good Meepo right now. Hold on, I'll be right back. I go ask question. And
Meepo's not being very good.
He goes. He stands in this door over here, and he just shouts at the top of his lungs, "Meepo, Meepo, 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 Meepo!" And you hear a moment later some responses, and then he comes out and he hangs his head in shame.
Yes.
And then he walks into the room and he grabs Paige by the wrist.
What?
And he's trying to lead Paige into the room with him.
You follow him?
He grabbed my wrist.
You can read it.
I would be screaming at Eris. What the hell's your doing?
He's
I'm gonna scream at Eris.
he's committing suicide and he's taking Paige with him. No, he leads Paige into the room and he kind of kneels down at the floor and he looks up at Paige he kind of nods his head like she should do the same.
Okay.
He points down at the floor. Now that you're closer to the floor and staring at it, you can see the outline of the very vague outline of the pit trap. It looks like a large, like 10-foot by 10-foot area where mortar is missing. That the outline just looks like the mortar's been pried up. So at a casual glance, it's a ruins. You wouldn't have noticed. But he runs his finger along the crack, and then he points over against the east wall, and you can see there's just the tiniest of little ledges that can be walked along. Once he's sure that you're seeing what he's pointing at, he stands up, and he actually walks over and slowly, like he's walking on a tightrope, walks along the edge of the wall. And then when he gets to the other side, he looks back at you, and he points at where he just walked.
Okay, then. That's interesting. I'm probably going to do the same thing I did. Except I'm not gonna, because I'm not
Yeah, she
gonna.
rolled an acrobatics.
Okay. So, Paige, are you going to make aware to the rest of the group where the safe path is?
No.
Yeah, sure.
It's okay, Luth, come on. No. Dumbass.
I pull out my bow.
Oh, boy.
Luke!
No.
Trying to kill our little dude.
I don't have a bow. Who wants to go next?
There is a safe way across.
I have PTSD from this trap that I have to kill with hit points.
It's a mimic. It's a mimic. Kill it.
It's a mimic trap.
It's a mimic.
It's a mimic hole. It's just a giant mouth.
All right, well, I need to get away from these smelly kobolds. I will cross the chasm on the ledge.
It's on the east side.
Me next.
All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and what you're doing. We'll just assume you're all walking along the edge.
And it's gone.
Yeah.
Meepo looks at you, Paige, and points at the door and goes, Meepo.
I'm assuming he wants me to try to open it.
Do it.
Are you gonna do it?
Yes, I'm gonna open the door.
It is locked.
Ah, it's locked.
That is why he drug you across first.
Oh, thanks, Meepo.
Meepo is not dumb. Meepo knows who the rogue is.
Ah.
Well, at least Meepo knows something.
Give me that face. He's dumb.
Yes, but
I'm just trying to unlock the door, though.
but he's adorable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll taste delicious
Don't.
When this
try
is
it.
all over.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna try to unlock.
All right, so go ahead and make your dex again.
Okay.
This is a lot easier. That's
Dex.
honey, just do it.
I'm not even really paying attention.
Man the controls, Dano.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh boy. Oh.
Yeah, Paige, you fumble around with the lock a little bit, and you're not having a lot of luck with this one.
You got me in the face.
what if I use my thermogy or whatever that is?
Thaumaturgy?
You
Thaumaturgy's
can,
for noises.
You can open doors too.
Can you?
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah, you have to be right up next to the door. There really isn't any room for you to squeak up there right now.
Squeak.
Squeak, squeak.
What if she moves up there? She doesn't squeak, really.
Well, then she'll just fall into the pit.
Oh.
And I'm pretty sure she'll make some kind of noise.
Can I get around you?
Well, as much fun as this is hanging out at the wall, someone needs to figure out something.
Try to pick the lock again.
I want to try it again.
All right, I'll give you one more shot. If you don't pull it off this time, you guys are going to have to find another way through this door.
Who's next to Paige?
Meepo.
Neruma.
No Rama.
Oh, yeah. Kristen.
The Roomba.
Roomba.
Not a no Rama.
Ramen.
All right, Meepo looks at Eris and he doesn't really need to speak much louder, but he's not as smart as he thinks he is. So he thinks he needs to speak louder for Eris to hear him. And he's like, Meepo, move so you get better close to the door. And then he walks down on the trap, and he stands there and waits.
You're shitting me.
What?
I flip him the bird as I walk by him.
You're gonna fall in the trap.
Meepo, you walk on the trap?
That's where Meepo is.
He's
Okay.
not hurt, no.
He's not on the trap. He's on the ledge.
No, he's on
Meepo's
the
on-
trap. It's just
He's just not heavy enough to
exactly. Yeah.
Oh shit!
So is Luth's going back in the hole? Meepo will go, as if it's any consolation, Meepo will go into the hole with you. Not voluntarily, but I mean.
Don't hurt him.
So I'm going to assume Paige is going to move over here. So Narama can step up.
Now, are you going to thermalize it?
Yeah.
You're gonna put a thermometer.
Thermal scope it.
There's nothing in there.
Terminology. So.
Terminology. Here we go again. Nobody can pronounce that word.
Thaumaturgy.
There you go.
Birds.
Yay.
I did it.
Why are you moving the dragon?
Because I did the wrong thing.
How were you part of Eris when you were behind Dono Name? Like, what happened there? Did you
Okay,
teleport?
so what does she roll? I'm really confused.
You don't roll anything.
Oh, she's just thaumaturgying the door open.
So
Yep.
it works.
Well,
what?
she unlocks it. You hear the clicking noise of the lock disengaging.
Yay.
Nobody's actually said I opened the door yet.
I opened the door.
Come
I
on!
thought
No.
my thermometer didn't do that.
The word is getting worse with time. All right, so Norama's door opening. See, Paige has been trying to use lockpicks the whole time. That's the draw. That's what she's doing wrong. She needs to use a turkey. She needs to use a turkey
I
base.
need the thermometer.
Yeah, you got to use the thermometer. You got to get the temperature just right.
That's right. Keep it up
Excuse
in
me.
here.
The doorknob was too high.
All right, so you open the
Now
door.
cool it down a little bit. Oh,
Oh,
Whoa.
it's
I
a curve.
I want to say that 10-foot by 10-foot corner is probably also a flippy trap.
Something.
Hey, can I? So I'm gonna look in the room.
You
Dumb.
can't get past me and Paige. What are you gonna do?
You were supposed to be behind me.
I'm Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Without if he just jumped on your
Yeah,
head.
how did that look? Eris is
Dan, I'm not gonna go over this with you again. Pick a square.
I'm putting.
You had
You
a
put
outsider.
yourself-
Yeah, you did.
You did.
I
We
said-
watched
We
you.
watched you do it.
Why would I put myself there? That makes no sense.
Anyway.
I said Paige scopes up.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's got the little Lightfoot thing going on.
I will scope the room out. Because none of you are implied enough to do that, except
I am.
you, and you're way behind everybody else.
I know. I'm a
You're
good
behind the
man.
8-foot dragon board.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I mean, you could literally just pick me up and pass me.
Oh,
Pick me up and pass me to the front.
we could do that.
Can I
yeah. You
throw
can sit
her?
on my shoulder.
No. Can.
Why can't I throw
I
her?
can
Because we don't trust you.
That's why.
He's gonna chuck you.
You'll throw me and I'll land on the trap.
And you'll be like, oh no.
Well,
Not everyone. You did.
I'll have like
one.
one animation. So I'll just pause
You
in
did
midair
that.
as the trap opens. I'm like, oh crap, and then fall.
Billy
Don't
talking about
about it.
That's right.
Or where you're Bugs Bunny and you're just like, nope, and just walk right across
So,
the-
Paige, are you going in the room?
I'm gonna check for traps and stuff in there, yeah.
So, yes.
Yes?
Stand in the doorway, look for.
Where?
Okay, so where are we at, boss?
Okay, I need if Paige is looking for, I only caught like every 10th word in your guys' conversation, but I did catch Paige is looking for traps. So I need Paige to make a investigation check.
Pittance roll. Got it.
Well,
investigation.
whee!
Oh my- Oh, I thought
All right.
Kidding.
Paige, you are fairly positive there are no traps.
Yeah.
Look at him, Green. Look at him.
So you're going in the room? Where are you going?
I'm gonna go in the room.
Where are you going in the room?
Like,
Move up enough for us all to get off this damn ledge.
please.
As much fun as it is
door
standing
over there.
there.
Jeez. Impatient ones.
This hole is
What-
5
what-
times taller than I am. I don't want to fall into it.
Okay, now someone move inside.
Yes.
Yes.
It is safe. I'm impatient people.
Maybe about
Yeah, you might want to let the little demon rat in.
I moved to the front with Paige.
Nope. Oh my god. It's gonna block the door.
I want to move to the front with Paige.
Yeah.
All
Too
right.
short, but
She wants to move up to the front with Paige.
Please, Den.
Page Turner and
It's hard
John
to
Name.
hear.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Break that little turd's neck when he comes up.
No, you are not.
We have to have the stupid guide, even though we can all go through random doors by ourselves.
Okay,
We let
fine.
you out.
I'll help him through the door with my hand.
You're not touching me. You're not touching me.
Meeple's running away.
There's a fucking priest or something. I don't know.
he's not a fucking dog.
Well, he acts like one.
Kind of.
I throw Reese's.
Oh my god, is he opening another?
Meepo!
Is this gonna connect?
I'm sorry.
If he leads us in a giant circle, I'm gonna kill him myself.
All right. This room is labeled confusingly, so
Where did Meepo go?
I'm just gonna pick one. All right. Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah. Meepo. Go away, cat. All right. So you guys get to the next door.
Yay!
And I think
Is it locked or not?
it's got a whole lot of information that I don't need. See, the problem is in Roll20, I went through all this and I pre-sorted everything so that I only had what I needed to run it. And I'm not responsible for setting this up in Fantasy Ground, so I have to sort through all the crap in this program to find what I'm looking for. So that's what's taking me so long.
No worries.
That is A-okay.
I need Paige and Dono to make perception checks as they come up on the door and they're like looking at the door.
Okay.
Okay.
I can do it.
There we go.
She stole the mouse. Oh.
Do I click up
Yep,
here?
double click.
Okay, cool. And you said perception?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
The one time you can roll a higher perception.
Dono, you hear noises coming from the other side of the door. It sounds like muffled voices, but you can't understand what they're saying. And there's clearly somebody on the other side of this door. It sounds like a couple voices. Paige, you hear... Hold on. How many are there?
A lot.
A lot.
Great.
More than one, I know that much.
20
Alright,
goblins.
so I need to drag this over here. I need to get rid of this. Paige, you hear?
Yes.
You hear 3 goblins in the next room. Do you speak? I guess goblin.
I speak.
Goblinese a thing in 5th edition, I guess.
Yeah, goblin.
I think I just speak halfling and common.
Okay. So you can't
What-
understand what they're saying either, but it sounds like they're bickering.
Abilities.
Abilities. Ah, you speak common and halfling.
I was right. But
So no, we can't.
no one can understand what they're saying.
Yeah, you
Meepo.
no, you hear goblin, 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 goblin.
Oh my god!
That is now canon that they speak goblin just by saying goblin over again.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
you told me.
From this point on, any language you can't understand is just going to be repeatedly the word. Yeah. Wow, that sounds like a parrot. Dragonborn, Dragonborn, Dragonborn.
Dragonborn.
Tarask, Tarask, Tarask. All right, so yeah, there are clearly you are clearly in goblin territory now.
Oh,
You can hear them on the other side of the door. Most likely, it's probably like a forward watch area, like security guards.
Okay, I'm gonna turn around and let them know quietly that there's 3 goblins in the room.
Okay, now I need to figure out. Cat, why do you got to be such a pest? Quit being a little monkey.
It's a cat, so it's kind of hard to be a monkey.
It's like, well, you haven't seen its tail. I'm pretty sure I could hang it from its tail and it'd be like perfectly comfortable.
Okay, so Paige hears goblins on the other side of the door.
Goblin.
Do we want to just try and have her quietly
Knock on the
open
door?
the door? And, like
Hello?
sneak in, or do we all just barge in and be like, let's kick some ass?
I'm gonna sneak in first.
But the Hollywood entrance.
But you're
No.
gonna open the door. Isn't that pretty obvious that there's someone coming in?
I mean, that's true. But what if they're turned around and they're just stupid? Like,
Okay, open it.
Goblin, goblin.
I'm gonna sneak in the room, but hopefully they don't know.
You don't even know if the all did was
It's true. You need to check the door for traps, please. Check door for traps, Paige.
Yes, fine. Fine.
All right.
Why are you laughing, JD?
I have my reasons.
when did this feeding little
I just had a mental image.
Where'd Meepo go, JD?
Meepo's scared of you.
Down, or scroll down.
with good reason?
Yes, Meepo is very afraid for his life.
So what is she rolling again?
To check for traps.
Perception, probably.
I'd say investigation.
Yeah, investigation.
Yeah.
Dude, you know more than he does.
You didn't really drop it.
I thought that was a 1.
I did too.
Yikes.
Hey, I
I
know
was like-
plenty. I just can't hear half of what you guys are saying.
She got it before you did, so.
What?
What?
All right, there are no traps on the door, and it's not locked. It doesn't seem to have a locking mechanism on it.
Just don't know. Just fucking kicks open the door.
You're gonna break your leg.
I'm not.
All right, the door is kicked open.